Hey everybody, Izzy here and welcome to this video on Pokemon Duel. If you are currently playing the game, you know that the Queen's Cup has come and it is setting sail either tonight or tomorrow based on your time zone. Now, if you don't know, this is a great time to get in there real quick, get some quick level ups, get some gems, get some booster tickets, get that EX Cube. That is the big one. But along with that, they have again released two new figures. And I'm really excited about these two. I really like them. I love the style. I like their moves. Let's take a look at them. And of course, I am talking about the ALOLAN SANDSHREW and the ALOLAN SANDSLASH. Now, if you've been playing the game since the beginning, you may have gotten a bunch of original Sandshrews, and they are just, be honest, they're garbage. But this new one, I think, is actually not just usable, but could actually be great. Let's take a look at it before we decide too much and go to the rewards here. And as you can see, I've unlocked all of these so far. So, the ALOLAN SANDSHREW here, let's take a look at him. He's a common figure, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I would have liked him to be an uncommon. I feel like you get enough uncommon cubes and materials to level up faster than you do with these commons. You need 25. And I kind of view this figure as a super buffed Cacnea figure. And if you know the Cacnea, I will compare him later. But it's one of those characters where it's just you want to continuously spin, just like maybe like a Geodude or something, where you want to hit that same attack again and again and again, and then you can level them up and then buff them again. So let's look at his wheel. And as you can see, you got that little slice, that 4% miss, which will be completely gone once you level him up to a level 5. Then you can choose, do you want to expand that 36% protect and make him more of a defensive Pokemon, or do you want to expand that Icicle Spear, which will respin until something other than Icicle Spear lands. Now with no miss, that would be protect. That would be the only other option. This is what I would do. I would definitely level up the Icicle Spear. I would definitely try to get him to evolve into this the ALOLAN SANDSLASH. Now, I do like his ability of Snow Cloak as well, which is up here. It says if this Pokemon is attacked, it may move under the attacking Pokemon to a point next to it. A battle does not occur. This Pokemon can move past Ice-type Pokemon on the field. So you can move past your own Ice-type Pokemon or the opponent's. Also, if you're going up against a Pokemon that you don't feel you could easily win the battle, as long as you're not in a spot that is going to leave you defenseless, you can just move under him to an opposing spot. Now, that can be good and bad. That can move you towards a fly trap, basically, where you're between two surrounding Pokemon and you get knocked out, but then you can just choose not to and you can choose to battle. Or if it's one of those Pokemon that has the ability to turn blue attacks into misses, you don't have to battle. You can just move around them. And like I said, with the fly trap, you could also use that as a way to, if they're not fully aware, surround them as well. That's less likely if you're playing somebody who knows what they're doing, but it's always there, and that is always something that they have to be aware of when they're making their moves. So, let's go back and look at the ALOLAN SANDSLASH. Now, this is what you're going to evolve it to. Now, the last one had a 30 times damage, which at some point you'd hope to level up to 40. But if you do evolve to this, you have the same move, Icicle Spear. You do degrade a little bit at that 48 slice. but now it's 50 times damage. That is what you get from an EX Charizard. 50 times damage at base. Except this Pokemon also has a rare, not an EX, so it's easy to get those cubes. And already has a 2 move power, not a 1, so you don't have to worry about even leveling it up and evolving it to get that extra move power. But let's go back and look at its wheel on base status. So again, you have that 4% chance of a miss, which once you level up to 5, not even 10, but just the 5, you will have no miss again. Earthquake, which is a double-edged sword. I really don't like Earthquake. This is going to be the move that I minimize when I buff my Icicle Spear. But Earthquake, all Pokemon in the field spin, except this one. If they spin a miss, they are knocked out. If you have a team with very minimal miss, it's fine. It can work out. But most Pokemon have a chance of miss being so rare that I would not rely on it. And I don't like hoping that you throw a Hail Mary and you get that Earthquake. I'd rather not chance that my own guys get knocked out on that move. But that being said, if no one's knocked out, 100 damage before you evolve. So if you evolve him from the Sandshrew, you have a 110 damage off attack. Not even your main attack, 110 damage. And that is pretty good. That is one of the best off attacks that you're going to find in the game. Because you get that 20 dodge, which is fine. That's just going to be usually a just no damage done to you, or you both just equal out. It's very rare that a 20 dodge is going to land where you're going to be knocked out for. There are a few characters in the game that could do that, but that's not a big fear of mine. So, we go back to the 48 Icicle Spear, which you level up. Now you're looking at over 50% of your wheel being 50 times. If you can evolve him from your Sandshrew, you're looking at 60 times base. Then, with the potential to level it up 10 extra damage, you're looking at a 70 spin base. If you level this up, this could be one of the highest attacking Pokemon in the game, and I am really excited about that. So, the question is it actually functional in a deck? And right now, it's tough to tell. As a standalone Pokemon, I really like it. It has so much potential, especially because I like its common form evolving into its rare form. I think this could be the strongest rare Pokemon in the game. I really like Combuskin, but I think this could be the best rare Pokemon. So, we're going to compare this to the other ones I was talking about, and let's just go to shop here. I can show you mine, but let's just go with the base level figures and not the enhanced ones that I have. So, material exchange, and we're going to look at the Cacnea. Now, Cacnea is also a common, just like Sandshrew is, the Alolan Sandshrew. Same thing, you get that little slice of miss, that 4 miss, which you can cancel out and increase your pin missile, which is what you'd want to do. So you end up with a 70-something pin missile, and your off attack is Poison Sting. But you only have a 10 attack. You can get it up to 20, but that's going to be tough. So I've been doing this for over a year, and I'd say close to a half. Whenever it first came out, I was on within maybe 2 months of it first coming out. And if we scroll all the way down here, I've been grinding and grinding and grinding with my Cacnea. So if you use the hotel, it is the rose one. I think it's level 7. You have a 50-50 chance of getting another Cacnea. Now you need 30 of these to level up. And right now I have him at level 10, but I have him on chain level 8. So right now I got 73 on this pen missile and 18 time damage. Now am I going to use him in a a ranked event? Probably not, but if I'm using him in a uncommon or less gym, definitely. He is one of those Pokemon that can go up against a Swablu deck and actually win some battles. So let's go back to the shop and take a look at the Charizard. Now you're talking about a rare Pokemon that I feel is stronger than an EX Pokemon that everyone had in their deck for a long time, and everyone was hoping to get one if they didn't. Now, where is he? I know he's on here somewhere. Okay, so I feel like this is like Blue's Clues right now. Like everyone's like yelling at the screen, like he's right there. And I don't see him. Huh, I saw him there earlier. Alright, so let's go to my own deck. My own characters and scroll down here. And here we go. Now, I have leveled mine up a little bit. So my Charizard has a 5 miss and a 4 miss. This is at level 4. I also gave him 1 chain up, so his 50 damage is now 51. Again, he spins until Fire Spin doesn't land. That's a 59. His Dragon Tail is his off attack at an 80. Now again, SANDSLASH has 100 base. 110 with the evolution. So Dragon Tail be at 90 if you can do an evolution with the Chameleon, which is very tough. You need to get like a confused Pokemon out there first. It's a strategy that involves too much that I feel is not worth it. So you have a 1 move power. You have to evolve to get the 2. I feel like SANDSLASH has 2 out the base, has the 50 damage out of base, has 60 on evolution, has plus that up to 70 if you choose to invest in it. I just feel like this is an EX Pokemon that's been given away for free that could really, really benefit your deck, especially in the right conditions. Now, does that mean that the meta is changing, that it's turning away from fire and it's turning into ice? I'm not so sure. If we go back to shop, and now the shop does not carry every figure all the time, but if we look at what we can buy here right now, and I can't because I don't have the gems right now, but if we clear this and we look at just ice type Pokemon, here's what we're dealing with. We have commons and rares up top. Well, it's kind of mixed in, but basically none of these are very strong Pokemon. Articuno, fine. I don't feel like they're worth it, to be honest with you. They're very strong, but they're also very easily overcompensated. I don't like a lot of purple nowadays. Purple attacks used to be good, but now every character has a gold, and you can be knocked out by even the lightest, weakest Pokemon with just a gold 20 or 10 attack. So I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon with the fly. with the exception of the Oho, which has the ability to bring back all of your Pokemon from the Poke Center, which is a huge advantage. But other than that, I mean, we look around here, and I feel like it'd be really tough to synergize with an Ice deck. That being said, I don't know if you need to necessarily use the Alolan Sandshrew or Sandslash in an all-ice deck. Would it be nice? Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe there's more figures coming out in the future that we don't know about yet, but as of right now, I think they're still usable in a just plain deck. Just throw them in there instead of one of your other attackers. So this is one of the decks I've been running right now, and basically 2 Tapu Kokos, which I've maxed out their Melee Wish. So basically, they're just annoying. I just try to run them up the field and then just get as many blue attacks and just dodge and dodge and dodge while the rest of these guys can get up there. And then I bring them back when I can with the Ampharos. So let's take a look at the featured duels and see if there are any Alolan Sandshrew. Here we go. The first one has it. The second one has it, but looks like there's no evolution. Another one right there. Another one. So it looks like they're being used. 31, 30, 32. So these are mid-range. These are like where I usually play my matches. It's not the best of the best, but it's definitely better than the bottom ranks. So let's choose the first one, I guess. He's an underdog. He's playing against a Ultra Beast deck. And to be honest with you, I don't think this is really gonna work out best for them. I mean, he has the Terrakion, who makes blue attacks turn to miss. And I think the Regirock is the one that does gold attacks, not blue. Maybe I'm getting the two confused. But we'll see how he does. I'm kind of skeptical on this deck. But so our Sandsshrew is moving to the bottom, and oh wow, okay, that's an odd play there. He couldn't have moved past him without battling, so I'm not sure why he wasted the gold block. I don't know why he was afraid of a Tapu Koko already. That's a good move, but his first attack is going to be 2 purples. Yeah, just like I thought. Yeah, I was wondering why that would be the play there, but okay. So, okay, we finally get our Alolan Sandshrew on the board. They're moving up. It looks like they're trying to both put pressure on each other. I'm waiting for like a rocket ride or something coming on. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think he's just hoping for the 150. Yep, he got the 150 hammer arm. That's a good spin. Okay, so they managed to win, but I feel like it had nothing to do with the Alolan Sandshrew. So that's really not a good judgment of how the character should run. I'm going to pass on that game because he does not have the evolution in there. I'm hoping to see the evolution. Here we go. We got one on each side, and this is an all-ice deck. So let's see if the Alolan Sandshrew complete ice deck can actually synergize. The other team does have the Alolan SANDSLASH, which is kind of funny. So let's see how they manage here. And again, we're looking at the bottom team, hoping that it seems like the underdog team to me. But hopefully they can use their same type advantage. And it looks like they're just circling around right now, just feeling each other out, trying to set up placements for battles later, rather than actually going in for attacks. And yeah, it's just a lot of circling right now, just waiting for... And I think he's hoping for the Ice Fang. I'm really not sure what he's going for there. He's probably not going to win that battle. And again, we have a 3200 versus a 3600. I mean, they're decently ranked. And right there, you just saw the ability of the SANDSLASH to just move under the attacking Pokemon. And then they have the next move automatically, and that surround was brilliant. I don't know if the other team didn't realize that. I mean, they have the SANDSHREW on their team, which has the same ability, so they should have been aware. And honestly, right now, I don't think this is going to work out. Yep. There's really not much you can do about that. And once he hits that rendezvous, that's going to be tough to overcome, because both of them will leave the field to the Ultra Space, and then he has the ability for Call Signal to come back. Yeah, so even with a 110 Ice Beam, so he should get, okay, yeah, you get the knockout either way. I guess he can cycle that way a little bit better. Hopefully we can get that SANDSHREW evolved. And now, Genesec's going for a knockout right here. He might still get it. Nope. But he does avoid the frozen status. And they do occupy the goal point, not the goal point, but the entry point. Yeah, I really do like the moxie of this all-ice team. I just don't feel like it's going to be able to hold up. And knocking out that Genesec's going to be tough. There we go. Like, I'm really feeling like he's just looking for that Ice Fang. He kind of wants to get knocked out. So he can move through, and now that ice will not come off unless that Pokemon is moved, which he will be knocked out now. And that's not necessarily gonna do it, but it's not looking too good. Yeah, this is looking like a beatdown. So he's going to lose MP move, but he only needs one. Yeah, so the ice deck really didn't work out too well against the Ultra Beast. That's not necessarily meaning that it can't work out, but it just didn't this time. I mean, I think they could have played that better as well. Let's see it against a all-flying deck with the Swablu deck. If it can beat this, then it's sustainable. But as of right now, I'm really not sure that you can use this Pokemon as a complete ice deck. I just don't think it's going to work. So this one's kind of a mix. I'm really not sure what they're going for in this deck. It just seems to be whatever the best Pokemon they have are, because I don't really get a feeling for a strategy. So that's a good spin. That's going to make a goal block if he has it. Yep. Now, he doesn't have another 3 MP Pokemon, so they will have time to set up a defense. And now it's going to be very, very difficult to move that goalie. And it's getting harder by the turn. So I believe with all 3 out now, it's going to be a minus 60 damage. That's a good spin. That's a great spin. So the Will-O-Wisp will help. I'm really not sure why. I guess he wasn't expecting the Swablu deck, that's why he has the Zoro. So Perish Song, that's probably gonna hurt his own team just as much as it hurts them. I know he can call back if he has the Mega Form. And again, we're not seeing much of the ALOLAN SANDSHREW in this one. He's still sitting on the bench. Well, no, I'm not on the bench, but he still hasn't had a attack yet. He's kind of just playing defense back there. And I'd kind of like to see what they leveled up on him, but we haven't had a chance to actually see him in battle yet. I wonder if they increased his blue slot instead of the Icicle Spear, and here we go. So yeah, it's a big chunk of blue there, so he has a good chance of not getting knocked out. He also has a good chance of spinning 60 or higher, which is great against Swablus. So like I said, I think he could be really good in an uncommon Gym League. That's just bad luck. So he still has that entry point covered. That's rough. I'm not sure if I'd rather see him try to advance with the SANDSHREW and see what his attacking can be, or back it up and do defense. It looks like we're going to see what his attacking can be. And let's see how this works out. Icicle Spirit times 1. And that's the fear I have with this figure. He could go off for 200, 300 damage, but he could also get you a 10. And that's only because they had 2 Swablus on the field, but the fear is you roll a 30. And I wonder if he actually feels confident about using the SANDSHREW so early. in league play, in competitive play. That's a bad move. Whenever it worked out, you're gonna be burned, but it worked out. But I never would have attacked that Oho there, because one rainbow wing and game's over. It seems like he's really on the ropes right now and does not know what to do. And I don't think we're going to see the evolution in this match as well. And that's game. Another loss for the Alolan SANDSHREW. That's unfortunate. Okay, so final thoughts. The Alolan SANDSHREW, Alolan SANDSLASH. Are they worth it? Well, yes, they're free characters. They're definitely worth it. Are they worth leveling up? Yes, I also believe they are. I don't know many other common or rare figures that I would rather level up other than these two. Like I said, the Alolan SANDSLASH with the evolution, which I feel isn't easy. It's like a Panchamp evolution where you should be able to spin that 3 times, knock somebody out, and get an easy evolution. It might not happen the first time, it might not happen every time, but if you construct your deck correctly, you can make it more likely than not that it will happen, at least in the first cycle or two. Will they change the game? Will they change the meta? As of right now, it looks like no. Unless Pokemon DUEL starts unleashing some more high-powered ice figures, I don't see that happening. That being said, Freeze, just like Sleep almost, are some of the stronger status effects in the game. If you can even get knocked out, but Ice Fang, even at like a 40 damage, it's very effective as long as on your side of the board you can attack that figure, or even better sometimes, leave that figure there so that they have one down on your side and have to fight their way to it. It can really work. Problem is synergizing, making everything hit in the right time and the right... the strategy's tricky, and it will always be easier to get lucky with high-powered figures than it will with more strategic, lesser attack damage Pokemon. And right now, there's just not enough ice that would synergize. That being said, I would easily put Alolan SANDSLASH and SANDSHREW in my deck with no other ice Pokemon whatsoever, or 1 or 2, whatever. But they're definitely playable on their own merit, and I think that is huge. I think the SANDSLASH, I think I'm going to stop putting him in my uncommon or lower decks, and I might even start fooling around with putting him in some league decks, but I will make that a different video, and we will see how things progress in the future. Thank you for watching, and check back in and see how that goes.